You're not figuring things out. You're wasting time. That might sound harsh, but think about it honestly. How long have you been saying, "I'm just trying to figure things out"? A few months? A year? Maybe even longer? Because for most people, that phrase becomes an excuse. An excuse to delay action. An excuse to stay comfortable. An excuse to avoid failing. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Your 20s are not for endless thinking. They're for doing. This is the one decade where you can afford to make mistakes. You can try something, fail, learn, and start again, without it destroying your life. But instead of using that advantage, most people waste it. They overthink every decision. They wait for the right time. They try to plan everything perfectly before they start. And while they're doing that, someone else is taking action, making mistakes, learning faster, getting better, and slowly pulling ahead. That's how the gap starts. Not because they're smarter, not because they're more talented, but because they started earlier. And time compounds. The earlier you start, the more time you have to improve. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. The faster you learn, the faster you grow. It's simple, but most people ignore it. Instead, they stay stuck in this loop. Thinking, planning, consuming content, but never actually building anything. And the scary part is, it feels productive. It feels like you're doing something, but you're not. Because thinking about doing something is not the same as doing it. Watching videos about success is not the same as building success. At some point, you have to cross the line. From consumer to creator. From thinking to doing. And that's where most people hesitate. Because doing is uncomfortable. Doing means you might fail. Doing means you might look stupid. Doing means you don't have everything figured out. But that's exactly the point. You're not supposed to have it figured out. You figure it out by doing. Every successful person you see started without clarity. They didn't know exactly what they were doing. They just started and adjusted as they went. And that's why they're ahead. Not because they avoided mistakes, but because they made them early. So if you're in your 20s right now, you need to ask yourself one question. Am I actually building something? Or am I just thinking about it? Because those two paths lead to completely different lives. One leads to progress. The other leads to regret. And the longer you stay in the second one, the harder it becomes to switch. So stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop telling yourself you need more time to figure things out. You don't. You need to start. Because the longer you delay action, the more time you lose. And time is the one thing you don't get back.